introduction. I'd forgotten about that night in the alley.
I guess you guys weren't alone.
Hot damn! Hot damn!
Hot damn!
Hot damn!
House
All right.
is the dam.
Adam.
Gina's
Point the mic at.
Gina's the hot. I'm the damn. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming out on this first night of winter. Day of winter.
Is it
Snowed
really?
today.
Yes, it did.
Amen.
God damn it.
Steve, do you do what's the protocol here? Do we read a poem from a dead poet or from another poet? Or? 'Cause
I usually read my own things and people think it's dead, but that's, do whatever the hell you want.
Or
Right, well-
wish it was dead?
Well, I'll start off reading, since this is kind of, well, it's hot damn night, but we kind of build it as like a Slavic invasion too. My background is Serbian and Gina is Italian and Ukrainian, so I brought Yugoslav or Serbian poet named Vasko Popa, and I'll read it in Serbian and I'll read it in English. So I'll start off with that, and the Serbian no one will probably understand, but once I read it in English, I think it's a kind of a timely poem. So here goes. This is called Ohola Greška. Bila jednom jedna greška, tako smešna, tako mala, da je niko ne bi ni primetio. Sama sebe nije htjela ni da gleda, ni da čuje. Šta sve nije izmislila, ne bi li dokazala da u stvari ne postoji. Izmislila je prostor, dokaze svoje u njega da smesti i vreme da joj dokaze čuva i svet da joj dokaze vidi. Sve što je izmislila nije bilo ni tako smešno, ni tako malo, ali je naravno bilo pogrešno. Je li moglo biti drugačije?
Something about palms.
Oh my God!
Don't cry. Don't cry. And here's the English translation. The title is called Proud Error. Once upon a time, there was an error, so ridiculous, so minute, no one could have paid attention to it. It couldn't stand to see or hear itself. It made up all sorts of nonsense just to prove that it really didn't exist. It imagined a space to fit all its proofs in, and time to guard its proofs, and the world to witness them. All that it imagined was not so ridiculous or so minute, but was, of course, in error. Was anything else possible?
Sounds like a critique of the Bush administration.
Really?
I said it was timely, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to start by reading a poem I just wrote recently, and well, it starts off with a quote from Dostoevsky, The Underground Man, Notes from Underground. This is how it starts. I am a sick man. I am a spiteful man. I am an unattractive man. I believe my liver is diseased. Life is good sometimes. Life is so good that you can't believe your luck. Good is when an old friend calls and tells you he's fallen in love and is marrying the girl of his dreams. Good is when a friend calls to tell you he has just become a father. But good is also when a pipe bursts above your ex-wife's condo and her ceiling comes crashing into her new living room furniture, or seeing the kid who tortured you in grade school working at Denny's, pouring your coffee at 4:30 in the morning. But nothing beats autumn in New York, walking down Broadway, the night the Yankees lose their American League Divisional Series.
Fuck the Yankees!
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't believe your luck. It sure does. It sure does. Everyone's drinking because the Yankees are losing, and no one's friendly. And it's like, now you know how we feel. You know? Okay. Steve mentioned, Deep Cleveland Press just published a chapbook of mine, Rust Belt Romance. Are you going to be okay there, Gina? Another shot of Slavakovitz for Gina. More Slavakovitz. Slavakovitz.
O'Toole Slavakovich.
I think my ancestors just ran out of the country again.
All right, so I'm going to read a few from Rust Belt Romance, the new chapbook, which, shameless plug, is here for sale. Only $5. What a deal.
Such a bargain. It's a deal.
The holidays are coming up. It's Christmas.
It's a whole barrel of pickles.
The whole barrel of pickles. Buy a book, get a pickle. I mean,
Fun
come
for the
on.
whole family. Fun for the whole family.
All right, this one's called Rush Hour. The words for the day are motherfucker. Two buses collide and a man laughs loudly. Those stupid motherfuckers don't know how to drive. Likewise, the guy I run into running to catch the train says, "Motherfucker, watch where you going."
Motherfucker!
And the woman on the train next to me says, "I thought there was something on that seat." And I say, "Well, it's on my pants now." What are you going to do? Read a review of Nicholson Baker's book about the destruction of books by unassuming librarians in bow ties. Those motherfuckers. Steve's probably heard this one before.
I think you can put motherfucker after everything. It sounds good.
Or in bed.
Or in bed, like the Chinese fortune cookies. All right.
Like, why does it have to stop at free hugs?
In bed.
And
Free hugs in bed.
And
We start slow here.
And
We don't know where it's going
Free
to go.
hugs in bed.
We just start. We don't know where it's at.
This one's called At Levy Fest. There's another Levy event coming up. Look at that.
Ah, gee. Shut up, Casey, goddammit! I'm holding the damn thing up. Do I look like him?
That's Goulart.
no.
Which one?
When is that? In 2 weeks? 2 weekends? What is that? October
It's a good month.
27th?
27th. Funny here. Go up there to don't plug the crap out of it.
October 27th through 29th.
I feel like I might get QVC here.
Plenty of flyers here. This one's called At Levy Fest. At last year's first annual Levy Fest, I think. Inaugural. At Levy Fest.
Initial.
Mimio me, D.A. Levy, stencil my soul soaked through with blue liquid gospel until my speech becomes a cacophony of indecipherable imponderables, thoughts as unfamiliar as a Rorsch ink blot dying to leave the page, and avenge the silence of the lyric, the lamb of the dead god, destroyer of worlds, while your city today from the 19th floor of Rhodes Tower flows like a river of copper into the mouth of the sun, its foot soldiers fighting battles of dead grandfathers whose bones turn to dust under this field of youth, where young Siddhartha sits dreaming of steak, laughing at the joke on all of us. Come nearer, he says, and here's the secret. Nobody's in charge. Another one. I'll read Rust Belt Romance, the namesake of the book.
I told you we ate a shitload of Thai food at like 9:30 at night, and now I'm drinking.
That's a beautiful thing.
You should do that after I finish it.
Yeah.
Let out a big... Yeah.
Pull my finger
Oh,
right.
salute. Yeah, right. Should I pull your finger? Should I pull your finger?
Make it close.
You know the camera over here.
Rust Belt Romance. The faded neon sign pulses dull, lights the cracked hardness of the city's brick facades. As we stumble out into the cold midnight air, walk this quiet street, swerving towards an old Cleveland beater, giggling, oblivious to surrounding darkness coming down. The snow, ankle deep, wets the inside of our fur-lined boots. Coldness stings our pale, dry skin, with nothing to do but throw it all off. Wet clothes, like the must of years, entwine ourselves in beautiful knots, await the eventual dawn.
I have a problem with wet clothes and
That's
twining
right,
knots.
everybody. Winter's coming. Let's find somebody to hug up on.
Do it now while it's still free.
No, I went and got an electric blanket. $50 at Big Lots. It's called. Oh, I went and bought an electric blanket.
What you get?
Are
Runs
you through
Wiki.
with men, Gene? Is that what you're saying?
Runs Wiki. What?
Winter's
All the
looking
sheep
pretty
are gone or
cold,
what?
okay?
You just plug it in and it goes.
It's such convenience.
It is.
And no headaches. If you're done, turn it off, for God's sakes.
This has no winter in it at all. No reference to winter. No.
Hot damn.
Lunchtime scene. Two middle-aged men, one balding, a small, neatly trimmed mustache above his upper lip. His friend with short graying hair talks into his cell phone. And a girl in a plushy pink cotton top and bottom, no more than 22, picks up her shista wook and lentil soup, whispers into her cell phone, swings her freshly shampooed blonde hair in golden arcs across her young, supple body. The men look at each other just long enough, then comment on the fashions these days, what kids are wearing, as if they can't believe their own eyes. Then go on talking about nothing in particular, but everything that matters, all that the pregnant heart desires, was in that long look.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
Doing wares.
Everyone knows that. That's not a secret.
All women in his poems are blonde, though. I think he's got to, like, write a
Blonde
poem
thing.
about a brown-haired girl.
Well, they are. He just changes it. The
Yeah,
right
I-
license. Because otherwise people will be like, is this about me?
That was a complete made-up scene. I didn't really, see that. That was just made up.
God!
He wants his money back.
And he did.
It's supposed to be true.
All right. Well, how much time do I have, by the way? Am I,
I'm not keeping track. And
I'm not in any hurry to get up there. I'm going to Slovava.
7 minutes left? Or 7 minutes expired?
Hey, who's giving time? There ain't no time.
yeah, it was approximate. Hey, shut up! You made it on time. That's all you needed to do.
All right, well, here's one. Here's a dedication poem. I haven't done many of these, but this one's dedicated to my good friend, Steve G. Don't know who that is.
Does he owe you money?
I think he does. I think he does.
Ah, shit.
This one's called Missing.
Oh, wait. We're vodka-vitzing.
Oh man,
Anybody
you're
else
getting
need
it rough tonight,
some of this?
Miles. I
I
can't
know.
like read 2 poems consecutively.
I know.
Shout
All
out for
right.
sake, the man's working up here.
Missing. For Steve G. We walk up and down the old brick-lined street, stopping to say hi to a Tibetan friend or eat Moroccan meatballs and corn on the cob on this first full day of the summer festival season. Shuffling past political action booths, through a narrow courtyard into the wide open expanse of freshly cut grass. He, recently divorced, me in and out of a creaking relationship that seems to have, at long last, mercifully committed suicide. Let's check out the kids, he suggests. They're always fun to watch. And so we do. Standing on the periphery, watching small human beings run, stumble, hesitate, then rush forward, knowing nothing of the lasting sting of defeat, or the two men growing older, looking on, suddenly unsure of where they belong.
You need a shot?
Well, sure, of course.
Take a break.
A Serbian toast.
Salut.
Živeli.
Yay! I think I'm starting to get some of the back hair that he's famous for.
Real hair on your back.
I didn't know I was famous for that, but I guess after tonight, I am.
It'll be on the web.
Thank you.
I guess it will.
It's out of my mouth. It's like, you know.
Everybody listen.
He came over to my house this summer with Steve, and they both sat out on my back porch with like their shirts off.
Sight you don't want to see twice in one
No.
day.
That's a sight you never want to see.
Good thing she was wearing sunglasses, otherwise.
And I drank a lot of sangria that day.
Yeah, would that help? Yeah, everything looks better that way.
Okay, well, here's some, here's a poem called History.
I don't have, my left eye's good, right eye not so good.
I did what you told me. I've let it all go and await its triumphant return. But the only thing that seems to boomerang back is history. The bone lodged sideways in my throat. A young man wearing a newspaper boy hat, hands in his pockets, hanging from a tree. Not as joyous as some of the other ones.
Aw, you're getting them ready for me. Aw, how thoughtful of you.
This is the segue into
Horses
Death
dead.
and horses.
I don't think I have any.
What did you say? No poems about horses or death, right?
I didn't bring any horses today. Like,
oh boy.
Yeah, right.
can I make it? Lots of death, though.
Go ahead.
No one will believe. Good thing
It's
we're
the
taking.
Slavic thing.
Yes.
Us
Yeah, it's
Russians
the-
are known for that. Well,
It's
not
the
Russian,
dark
but,
death
you know,
stuff, you know.
You lump them all together.
It's a metaphor for being happy.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
This one's called Early Departure. I see a black and white, grainy you standing in the railway station. Dark coat, crisp fedora, gripping the handrail and the pissing steam locomotive, bound for anywhere but here. You're mumbling something romantic and whiny. Obvious facts chroniclers of tragedy have noted before. Hand on heart, you pout in French, maybe. A persistent laugh track plays. The bored, invisible crowd swats at the fly on the wall. I think this might be the last poem I read, and then move it over to Gina.
Yeah. What are you looking at me?
You're the featured reader.
I
You
just-
have to
I
follow.
tried to get you guys in here.
Look at him.
I just tried to get you guys in here, and then it's, you know,
Kind of in his cups over there.
then I get drunk. Basically, that's the pattern here. I send emails. How you doing?
I think I think I need a hug.
He doesn't. He met me for the first time tonight. I don't know what the hell he's going to say about me. I'm curious.
Oh, no. Get those cameras.
Thanks, Adam. I needed that.
Spot.
Oh.
No. There you go.
That's upside down.
It's okay. You're right. You F for
Does it
Earth
bug
for-
me? Oh, no.
Gotta get the LASIK, man. You know.
Bug me.
You here.
Okay. Some of you might have heard me read this before. I'll read two more. And then we'll get to
If we really get
to the,
time,
to the,
we're
belly,
dancer.
to the belly
We're
dancing
throwing
red
shit at
part
you,
of
you
the
know,
poetry
it's easy.
reading tonight.
She may not be sober by then.
More Slavakovits.
No, I ate enough to keep me sober for a while.
Okay, so this one is called, some of you might have heard me read this before, but this one's called Love.
It's about death.
It really is about death.
I love that.
Of course.
Aren't all good poems about that? Love. Saturday nights or Sunday morning now, somewhere between dream and sleep, I think the guy who played Greg Brady and a long-haired brunette are hawking 150-song CD sets called 70s Music Explosion. And Soul Train is still on, and it's showtime at the Apollo. Meanwhile, an actor in a white doctor's coat smiles, drops a stainless steel ball onto a piece of Tempur-Pedic mattress material, while Jackie Chan clings to life on a strange amphibious vehicle plowing through the streets of New York. And a man with slick back hair and a blue shirt and a tie in style in 1993, looking like an ex-con with his small eyes and pockmarked face, is selling dual-action cleanse to clean my toxin-filled body, while a bald man with a goatee and a stern old woman with gray hair agree with everything he says. A certain ethnic painter is a mustached man, cigar hanging from the corner of his mouth, wearing 3 coats because the can of paint says, best if applied in 3 coats. And the women of the Red Hot Dateline look as untouchable on TV as they do in real life. But something serious is happening in Spanish. And even though I don't speak the language, even I can tell when love is on the rocks, the dessert cart has passed you by, and the check is on its way. And this will be my last poem.
I can do it.
And you know what?
I tried to punctuate.
We've made it this far without horses.
This one has a mule in it.
Did you finish it?
I've never read a horse poem. I've never written a horse poem in my life before. But a few months ago I did. So. This could be scary. This is for Gina. For Gina. Oh.
Hug.
It's a hug. It's a hug. I'm pointing you, official free hug guy.
I'm not sure he wants to be good.
Yeah. It looks like a
Don't pit me out.
huggable look.
Okay, this one's called Horses, for Gina. You lead me into fields, unprotected. We walk across the fenced-in openness, while the horses take notice and continue to graze. Then one by one, starting with the bravest of the herd, they make their way towards us, smelling the air around us, tasting of our strange otherness, our scarred hearts open to joy in the sweet twilight of August. There, with 8 tons of lean, hot muscle, we sit on the dusty ground, mares and geldings ripping the grass between our feet on this kind earth, content to neither fight nor flee. Thank you.
My lower lip is trembling. Ooh.
Get to work, Tretner.
Wow.
Tretner, are you sober?
No.
Yeah, all right.